Yo, what's happening, guys? Welcome to part 3 of my garage build or update, whatever we're going to call it. So as you can see now, all the joists are on and it's knocked, and the beams have got the bits on round them to hold them in place, and we've got the wall ties, and the fascia is on as well. I'll add an overlay clip of that in. So yeah, the reason why we've put the fascia on, that ain't really supposed to go until after, but as you know, the weather has been absolutely crap. So the fascia got put on, but it's been tacked to the bottom and it hasn't been tacked higher up. So we're going a rubber roof system. So we've done it like this. We'll get the rubber roof sheet cut to size, and then we can hopefully tuck it over once the roof is boarded. So the idea will be put the boards on the roof and then put the rubber on top of there. We need it to be 10 degrees or above, which is also another issue. So we're going to have to wait until we get a dry day and it's 10 degrees or above, because you've got to get the rubber on, lay it out, leave it to stretch it out in UV and stuff, and then you can start tacking it on and getting it on. And once that's done, it's watertight. So what I want to do is, as you can see behind me, there's still all this stuff in here, and there's nails and stuff on floor. So I'm gonna probably put it on a time lapse, clear all this out, make it a bit more open and just a bit more tidier in general, because it's a bit of a mess. There's, as I say, nails, bricks, scaffolding boards, these things, whatever these are, to put the scaffolding on. So let's get down to cleaning this mess out. Oh yeah, and I had to get a new brush because I had a bit of an accident and I snapped it. So I've just been and got this brand new bad boy. Look at it. So let's get some, oh yeah, spade as well. So let's get some shovel in, scrape all this shit off at floor, get some brush so we can actually see this floor, and hopefully it'll help it dry it out a bit more, because with us having no roof on, the ground is a bit wet. So get that in, get that. Let's get to it. the floor now swept and it's started to rain. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? It's starting to rain. So I'm going to get the hose pipe now and hose pipe, re-sweep it, try to get it a bit more clean because there's still a bit. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but there's still a bit more stuff that's stuck to the floor over time. So I'm going to get that. Well, I'm going to try and get it up. I'm going to give it a little scrape, hose pipe, and another sweep, and hopefully I don't get piss wet through because it's really starting to come down. So, is there anyone on my channel that does this sort of stuff? Do you build garages, houses and stuff for a living? It'd be good to know what people do for a living. So do you build houses for a living? Do you do... Oh, there we go. Everything's dropping in mud. Dropped me Easter earlier on time lapse. I don't know if you'll see that. But yeah, what do? You do something to do with cars. You do like building game. A lot of people that I know are in building game. So, is that what you do? Let me know in comment section below. Just want to ask. I want to be nosy. You know what I mean? Oh, Sam, scraping my life away. But we need all this up. It's not too bad, to be fair. It's mainly just this corner which was hardest one because it dropped down on the other side. Are you enjoying this sort of series? Am I doing garage? What do you think the first car in this garage is going to be? Leave it in the comment section. And remember to leave them likes and comments because it helps my videos grow. And look, got a cat here now. Go away. Instead of traipsing it all in my house. Get me big long hose pipe. Could really do a jet wash for this car. Oh, it's coming up well, nice and clean. There'll be a few snots left on this floor that I'll have to get once I've brushed it off. Let's see what it looks like after its first hose pipe. Is it going to look any different? There's definitely a difference. You get some big carp in here, like big PBs and what. This weather really needs to make its mind up. It's stopped raining and it's sunny now. You know. It's looking pretty good, to be quite honest with you. I honestly thought it might have needed another scrape and hose pipe, but it actually looks alright. Yeah, fair enough. There's a few bits like this, but I'm going to get them in a minute. But just from a quick scrape and hose pipe and a brush, I think that's pretty good. Impressed. What do you think of roof? Good, innit? What do you think of it? Sick? I'm still in two minds. Do I put the bench on the back wall or do I put it on this right hand side back wall? Because I'm like, I'm going to lose a bit of length on cars. What do I do? I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. Do I put it across that back wall or do I put one here? Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Because if I put one across the back, when the car comes in, say 5 metres, it's 7 metres long, is this? So 5 metres, and then you've got your workbench. You're probably going to have like a metre front and back to the car, and it is pretty wide. It's like 4 metres wide, just over. So I'm like, I am debating now whether to put it on this wall or not. Don't know. Let me know in the comments section. Back wall or there, because I don't know what to do honestly. Because as I say, car will be 5 metres, so front of the car with workbench and a metre at back, I'll probably be here, which will give me there to the door. And I need to make sure that I get it right, because if I don't, I'm going to be in a predicament. And I think the best thing to do at some point will be bring the Vectra in, because that's like the biggest car. I don't want to bring the Porsche in because something that size won't hardly be in here, but I might bring the Vectra in and then work out the plan. See how much room we've got to open the doors, which I think will be quite a bit to be fair, but I need to work out a plan before we actually do it. But we've got a while yet. Got to get these boards on and the rubber roof and the guttering and stuff. So that'll be the end of that video about it. If you've made it this far, cheers. All helps with the watch hours and YouTube pushing the videos out. Some of them are doing great, and then some of them are doing a couple hundred views, which is still good. It's hard to get a couple hundred views on YouTube compared to like TikTok and stuff. TikTok's a piss ball, but YouTube is a different game. So yeah, appreciate you if you watched all the way through. If you aren't, your loss, I guess. Or you're just bored? I don't know. Are you just bored watching this now? No what else better to do. But yeah, that'll be part 3. So part 4 of this garage update project sort of thing, workshop. Part 4 will be getting the OSB on, which is 18mm. I think there's 10 or 11 sheets of that. Get that on, get the rubber roof, get that laid out the first day, let it stretch out 10 degrees upwards. That's what we've got to wait for, and no rain. And then we can leave that overnight or a day to stretch out with sun and UV, and then get it on next day, and then we can start looking at getting doors on. But I have got some saving to do, because garage doors, the front end, quotes are around £2,000 plus fitting, and then the side door to walk through composite solid door, you're looking at about £1,000 fitted. And then, but I think what I'm going to do, a video at some point once it's like it's fully watertight, for the shell and the roof and the doors. I'll probably do like a price breakdown of how much it's actually cost me, so I'll get all invoices that I've got, get them out, and do a full price breakdown. Now, the tricky bit about that will be labour, because I'm basically labouring doing this for my mate that's doing it. And he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart. Oh, what a cute little boy. So, yeah, see you next time.